Welcome friends, bienvenidos. We are sitting with partners, friends of the token room. This is the team that has created token room. So we're going to start first with, everyone can tell his name first and then tell about their involvement with the token room. So let's just start with the person just left to me, Sergio Alberto. So we can start with your experience and about the token room.
Yeah, well, the whole idea came actually from you when I met you here at the at one of the meetings about the token. I came to El Salvador 2 years ago to one of the Bitcoin meetings, and I saw the difference of the security that we have in the country now, and also the opportunity that we have here. It's like being in a new country, and I feel like I want to be part of it using tokens, but still the tokens are connected to the Bitcoin blockchain. So that's something that I like. That is not something that we created out of the air or thin air. So the idea that it is connected with blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain, and the token is actually based on the revenue that we are getting on the rentals from the rooms. That's what I like about it.
Amazing.
Okay? So I'm all for Bitcoin and the new changes that are happening here in the country.
You've personally been here in the sun, traveled in the buses and made the walls of the room and traded with the rooms out here. You can talk about the first collateralized $600 transaction that went for this token room. So how did that happen?
He just said he needed an investor, and I said, I have $600. To me, it was a test of both investment and integrity. It's only $600. If it goes well, I made new friends. If it goes badly, I know who to avoid, and it's a small country, and word travels fast. Yeah. So I didn't think that you all were scamming me. It felt sincere. I met CJ and Sergio both at the Max Kaiser, Stacy Herbert. Salvador is winning.
Here comes El Salvador is winning. Yeah.
When they called me back, I didn't know if they would. It's 50-50 when people say they're going to call you. You don't really know. But they did. They got in touch with me, and I threw in my 600, and they promised me 10%.
Essentially, there was a collateral of $1,000, which was given to Carlos. And against that collateral, a loan of $600 was created with a promise of 10% in 3 months. And if there was a default in the loan, then the collateral will be liquidated. But that did not happen. You decided to convert your $600 plus 10% into tokens.
Into tokens. I wanted to tokenize the payback, and you all were okay with it. So I'm now the second largest owner of our second largest token holder of the whole thing. So
Excellent.
It's very exciting. Right. So, I'm interested in the next project. So there you go.
So so that brings us to.
I just totally believe in the tokenization. I follow the money. I could see the future. We have to move with the future. We can't stay in the past. And the future is tokenization, digital money, CBDC. You're going to take your advantage to do that. You have to learn right now, because I believe that in 18 months, they're just going to throw it on the people with no time to learn and nothing. Because I believe everything, house notes, car notes, everything is going to be tokenized.
And to be clear, the tokenization is a voluntary, decentralized, non-governmental plan.
So Carlos, what have you learning from this whole tokenization process, and what do you think this process has to offer to people of El Salvador?
Thank you so much for that, Rohit. I think that I like to take risks in life, right?
Yes.
Where one of the things that I knew about Bitcoin is that was the solution for the world. But in order to get your own money, get the power for people. I got the idea of doing something for El Salvador at that time in order to create a kind of way to help people. And then I met Francisco.
We were sitting right in front of Max Kaiser, man. That was great. And
I said at that time, oh, that guy has a lot of energy. I came home to my wife and I was like talking about him, and I was like, this guy is really willing, right, to do something for El Salvador, and he's planning to come, right?
Yeah.
That was something like,
I just got here yesterday, by the way.
That's awesome, right? And thank you so much.
Yeah.
We have you here. This is
in the token room.
It took me this long to get here, but I mean, I had to get ready. There's a lot of, I had stuff to bring and plans to, I had to, but I'm here because.
And you left lock, stock and barrel Miami. You're in El Salvador for good now.
Yes, for good.
So that makes 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, and that's Jorge also. Jorge is also based out of El Salvador.
Yeah, so basically, I'm Salvadorian. I didn't know nothing about Bitcoin in the past. So since the legal tender started here in Salvador, I started myself looking in the internet, reading books and articles. And education is the key, because the people have to know how this works.
I totally agree. I think that some critics, including my sister, if you're watching, say
What's
things.
her name? What's her sister's name?
Her name is. She knows the crypto space though, and she knows the metal space. She knows a lot of the same things I know.
Yeah.
But we've gone into the nitty gritty of Bitcoin, and one of the things that she's told me a lot of times is, you go down. You told me yourself when you were in El Salvador, only 20% of the people were taking it. I said, yeah, but it's only because they don't understand it yet. It's a lack of understanding. It's ignorance in the most technical meaning of the word ignorance. It's not putting people down. It's simply you don't understand it. But the moment you're educated about it and you see the value, how could you not get in?
Yes.
So we are seeing in real time, in real life, how the spread.
Of Bitcoin,
it's an evolution. It's an best word for that is an evolution. So you're
actually in the project we are right now. So that's why I'm supporting as well as the Token Room project, because this is a great idea here. We need to show the people that this is real money. They can use it anywhere. If they have freedom. Holding Bitcoin.
And it's their own money. Their money created by them, not by government or any powerful entity. Money by the people, for the people, through the people.
You become your own central bank.
You become your own central bank.
It's that simple.
Iris, she is handling blockchain accounting, right? Today she figured out there's a difference between Google Sheet and blockchain accounting. What was the difference?
There's no edit and there's no undo.
And why?
I'm like, I forgot to enter the comments in what I was entering in the blockchain.
You're basically making the room records of who is staying and how many tokens every person who stays gets.
Yes. So as I was doing it, and I forgot to enter the comments, and then I wanted to go back. So I was like, oops, there's no undo.
Oh, I thought you could. I thought you could go back and
in blockchain, the concept in a blockchain, one of the basic principles of any blockchain is there's finality to data. Yeah. Once the data has entered into the blockchain, it cannot be changed.
It's immutable.
I only say this because in my experience, I have I don't know if you're all familiar with Electrum, the Electrum wallet.
Yes.
And there's a comments section or a data center you can enter.
Yeah. But that is not going to the Bitcoin blockchain.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I didn't know that.
It's going offline. So the thing is the whole idea of why Bitcoin became such a powerful thing, that if I transferred you money on the blockchain, and if that gets confirmed, it can never be changed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's the final version.
Of course. But that's the financial aspect. What I was thinking you were talking about were the comments that you can make to accompany that transaction.
So
maybe I have it wrong.
So essentially, so now that's how Bitcoin does it. So now we saw how Bitcoin is creating value. So the question came that how can we use the principles that we learned from Bitcoin into other things? Let's say giving comments, okay?
Yes.
Or making a Google Sheet. So we realized one of the big reasons why value is coming from Bitcoin blockchain is because once the data goes into the blockchain, it is immutable. It cannot be changed. The history cannot be altered.
Right.
And you can only add to the history. The time, as they say, the arrow of time always goes forward.
Right.
In Bitcoin, the arrow of data always goes forward.
Right.
So that's what she discovered, that in Google Sheet, you can edit and you can go back and you can change. But this is blockchain world. Once you entered and it goes into a blockchain, now you cannot change it.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah,
You don't have a chance. You got only one chance with it.
And that comes to me.
I just learned something myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good. This is for you.
Yeah.
Why is it important to tokenize assets?
Well, what Bitcoin has taught us that we can create value and money out of just transfer of data. Okay, that data used to be infinite, that we were sending data on internet, we have been downloading movies and we have been exchanging emails. But what Satoshi Nakamoto came is that every time you transfer emails, you can also create money out of it. Every time you are giving data to someone, you can create money out of it. So if making money is so easy, and what we realize that right now the power of making money is with few bureaucrats and few politicians who, if that power was given back to the people, then people can create so much of money that poverty can be eliminated. And that's a huge thing to go for. That this will be, not only we are going to eliminate poverty, but we are also going to give freedom to the people. Because few people have control on army, few people have control on all our resources, and they are using those army and the resources against our own interest.
Yes, they are.
And all of that can be reversed, all of that can be changed if people took the power of making money themselves, which is what this philosophy is about. So it gives you freedom, it takes away poverty of the people, and people don't have to be slave. If there are people in El Salvador who never get education because the cost of education is too high, and they have no chance to go and becoming economically elevated in such a system. But in a blockchain system, they can start creating their own token, they can create their own tokenization and use those principles to create wealth for them. And but we also have a new model. Maybe someone can explain this question in Spanish to Isabel. She has been with Bitcoiners and today she modeled for the token room. How was that experience?
La verdad que fue una nueva experiencia, algo innovador que la verdad yo nunca lo había conocido.
Sigue, no, te iba a traducir, pero ya me doy cuenta que esto es en español e inglés, así que no importa.
No, es una nueva experiencia, la verdad es que es algo muy innovadoso, tanto para las nuevas generaciones que la verdad son cosas nuevas que estamos experimentando y que en un futuro esto va a ser el boom.
There is no tokens for offer for public. It's just people who are renting room and it's automatically being allocated to the circle of friends, and that's a legal disclaimer that we had to give out here.
Get involved in crypto and the tokenization.
Sound money is the best option for free individuals. It's the only choice. Getting back quickly to communism, as Vladimir Lenin said, 90% of communism is central banking. There's nothing more evil than an entity that prints money out of air in order to keep the population under control and gain the benefits for themselves. There's nothing more. The best silver bullet isn't silver; it's Bitcoin and all the associated services that come, including tokenization.
I invite people from El Salvador to take the opportunity to learn about blockchain, about Bitcoin.
Thank you so much, and until we meet for the second roundtable for Token Room.